Hey everyone, Jacob Godar here with Scooters Lawn Care in Cape Coral, Florida. And today we're talking about how much maintenance does a low maintenance landscape take here in Florida. And the answer is, well, it depends. But honestly, there's so much depth to this. What is a low maintenance landscape? In all reality, there isn't really a low maintenance landscape. There are things you can choose that don't grow as fast. So maybe you don't have a bunch of shrubs or a bunch of hedgerows that you've created that take as much trimming. But most things here in Florida do require a lot of maintenance. And if it's not your shrubs in the landscape area, it's the bed itself. Weeds grow like crazy here. So whether it be a rock bed, whether it be a mulch bed, there's some kind of constant maintenance. And that's one of the most important things to make sure you stay up front and ahead of is the weeds themselves. Weeds can form in beds instantly. That's why we use pre-emergent to really try to battle that. If you're a homeowner that's DIY taking care of your beds, pre-emergent is a must. That's basically like preen in a box store, the big yellow jugs. You can get commercial stuff like this from Site One that a homeowner can walk into a Site One and buy a little better stuff as well. And pre-emergent is just going to keep things that are on the ground that are getting ready to germinate, any kind of weed seeds from germinating. So that's a battle itself, keeping the weeds down. People assume that rock makes this a little less maintenance. It helps some. I've talked about this in videos before. Weed mat, as they call it, is not weed mat. That's not its purpose. Its purpose is soil separation fabric. It keeps rock from disappearing into the ground, whether that be sand or whether that be dirt. And it does help a little bit with weeds for a very small amount of time, but the second organic material falls into those beds, that protection it offered, it's pretty much gone. Half of my job is telling you, and if you meet me in person, you're gonna see, half of my job is telling you about the bad things that happen, the problems, the issues with the landscapes that you're gonna constantly battle. Because I don't want you to believe that there's some fairy tale land where there's no weeds, or some fairy tale land where there's low maintenance. There are things we can do that are low maintenance. There's palms, there's certain plants like bromeliads and other things that we can plant that really don't require much maintenance, so we can get away from it. But then the question is the aesthetic what you want? Because a lot of times the things that people like the most are usually the things that people have to do the most work to maintain. It's kind of like if you're picking out tile for your floor. It's funny how the one that you love the most is usually the most expensive. Same with a lot of the plants. The ones you love the most, a lot of times, take the most maintenance. So, can we create a low maintenance landscape? Yes, we can. Is there truly a low maintenance landscape? I don't really believe there is, because to me the weeds can be as hard to maintain as the plants themselves, because shrub trimming may only need to be done 8 times a year. Beds, keeping the weeds out of them, that can be a weekly thing just to keep the weeds down in the rainy season. So I hope this has helped you some. I hope this has informed you that there are some things we can do. The answer is it depends on what you think low maintenance is, but there are some things we can do to make it easier for you. And overall, we'll be here to answer any questions and give you the truth about what there is and what there will be to do, and how hard and challenging and some of the bad things that may come up while we're in the process. Everyone, again, Jacob with Scooters Lawn Care. Have a good one.